Yeah, 315. This is my nickel. Oh, and all the old ads, I love it.
Somebody wants off already?
No, we can't.
Imagine being punked by a bus for 50.
No respect from these drivers at all.
Castro a little touchy on these things compared to the new ones?
Well, you have to do everything manually. Like those switches, you have to actually. There's no toggle switch. You have to do it. You have to do it with the power pedal.
Right.
So, yeah. But then if you get coast.
Couldn't scrounge up any old transfers.
Yeah, they got some old ones.
They used to just be white ones when I was a kid, I think.
And then they punched them, and then they had a direction.
That was later, yeah. On my time, they just ripped it off at the time.
And here's your ticket punch. Here's a ticket punch too.
Oh, cool, yeah.
Different shape each one. That is a transit one.
Hit your time, yeah. Yep. And you're good to know. That's correct. I forgot about that. I forgot about that. Yellow pages. I don't remember that. I was so good at surfing on these, I never had to hold the pole or anything when I was a kid.
What was the last time you rode one of these?
These is vintage? Yeah. Like 1970 something.
This was retired in 76.
76.
Okay.
That's for this bus.
Yeah. And they were on the road till the early 80s? Or?
Yeah, the T48s lasted until 84 at the longest.
So probably early 80s.
The longest serving was a 1949 T48, went till 1984, to April,
Wow.
right to the end.
Right to the end, okay.
But this is the 50s, 60s color scheme, right?
Well, this is the
original?
the 40, the one that came out in the 40s.
Right.
And then it went away in 1963.
Right. So it was probably in a different color back in the like late 70s, 80s?
70s, 80s, it had different colors. It had hydro on it.
Yeah, they were still yellow on the outside. Yes. Yeah. Is there two on the road today?
There is. 2416 is the 1954. It's in BC Hydro.
Oh, I want to ride on that one too. I'll have to line up again, I guess.
Yeah.
It does the same loop, same stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fantastic. And that's a 54?
Yes.
And this one's a
47.
47. One of the early ones. Yeah. But they were pretty much the same, weren't they?
A little bit different working, but riding is very similar.
Very similar.
The other one's a little, this one's a bit rougher.
Rougher ride or rougher.
The controller's a bit rough.
Okay.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, one stage isn't working.
But it still runs okay.
Yeah.
Seems to run just fine, yeah.
They put these controllers in 1976 Flyers, but they didn't work so well.
Oh, I see.
They were jerky as a Brill.
It was an upgraded controller.
And no, it was actually a rebuilt controller
Okay.
from a 1947. But then they put air throttles on the back of them, which made them even more jerky. People would step back from those Flyers and wait for a Brill.
Really?
Yep.
And a Brill
Being one of these.
One of these, okay.
But then in 1982, the replacements for everything came in. That's what the last Flyer generation was.
Yeah.
And then replaced with what we've got now.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we don't have the two of those were ravaged by
Yes.
thieves.
Yes.
So we don't have those left. Those are the ones I drove for 13 years.
The next gen.
The next, the E900s.
901, 902.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of these.
It's too bad we don't have it. We don't have an example because it would have been out today if we had.
Okay. Do these come out? Like, I've just never come across an article on previous years. Like, have they done this on other years too?
Yes, for the 60th anniversary, they had these two, the Flyer and the Treasel, which was the trolley originally that I was talking about. Those would be the E800s.
So this is an annual thing?
No, unfortunately not. Every 5 years we might get away with, but we don't know if they'll let us go for the 80th or not. We never know.
That'll be what we're at. What are we at now?
75.
75? Okay. Let's hope.
Yeah.
Is that an insurance thing or are they just like give rides?
Well, Translink is doing this.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it costs money.
Yeah.
Popular though. I would have paid. I would. Yeah.
If they'd let us, if they had gotten the permits all figured out, we'd be having this running the rest of the week and have fan trips going throughout the system on the weekends.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
But just
but
couldn't-
something went wrong and we couldn't get it done.
Because just today, right?
Yeah, that's it. We had big plans for a trip, but don't know if we can even get that done in September or not. So far, it's a no on everything.
It's a no still.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know.
Makes me wish they do like Sydney Bus Museum in Australia.
Yeah.
Like Sydney Bus Museum has like a fleet, and they do like drives every month or so.
Yeah.
Different buses. It's awesome.
There's a whole bunch of these sitting in Sandbed.
Yes.
Yeah. I've been there and seen them all. I was like, wow, it's incredible. I don't know why those ended up there. Somebody did.
A guy called Cal has his own truck, and he kept collecting them.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, because he couldn't have drove them there.
No way. No, he has his own flatbed.
They're electric.
Yep. There's a flatbed he loads them up on.
Is that guy still alive?
Oh yeah, he's still running the place up there.
Yeah. Because it's not really a museum. They're just sitting there, right?
Well, there's some other things up there too. It's a whole mining town.
Yeah, I've been there. I found a bike up there a bunch of years ago and sort of went through it and looked at it all. Where's the museum? Where do these stay on their service?
This one was stored in, and for the longest time this one was actually stored in Desroches. And then we had the other one stored in Langley. But we're probably going to store them both in Langley.
Okay. So they have to be flat decked into town?
Yes.
Yeah. The museum site is in Langley?
Yes, that's our main garage.
Is that open to the public?
No. It's very tight quarters. Steel toes all around.
We're going to muscle that steering wheel.
Not true, good. The first trip I went through on here, we had a good dewirement over here.
Yeah.
You had a, sorry?
When the trolley poles come off, that's called a dewirement.
Yeah.
And the retriever got stuck.
Oh, really?
How did Angus fix that?
He knows the little tricks to
I'm glad
reset
he
it.
didn't have to cut the road.
Oh no.
You know what? We used to have to carry what they call a trolley rope cutting device.
Is that right?
Is that if it jammed, you cut that and you tie it onto the other one as a temporary fix.
Oh, really?
Yeah, until a mechanic can come and put a new retriever on.
Yeah.
It happened to me a couple of times.
Cheaper.
Yeah.
And then the British, they didn't even have trolley ropes on their poles. They had a wooden rod that was stored underneath the bus that they had to pull out to get the trolley poles back down. To hook onto them.
Wow.
But these were double-decker trolleys.
I've seen some cities actually that do that. They don't have
ropes. Yeah.
They just have a big hook.
Yeah.
And then they just come down with the hook.
Yep. A little risky with that 600 volts ahead.
DC?
Yeah.
That's a lot worse.
Our training class, the one that I was in was the last class. They trained to climb on top of the roof to pull, if your ropes got tangled up there, to pull them down.
And hook them into the
And I
cradle.
actually went up on the roof once to do that. So, but
Yeah.
Don't stand up too tall.
Yeah, not allowed anymore.
when you get up there, everything is bigger than what you think.
I'll bet.
Everything.
I'll bet.
Oh yeah.
That was a good line, quite a line up there. I just saw the last bus driving away when I got in line, and I was actually surprised. I thought on this bus here. How many people did you take on?
About, what would you say, 40? 45?
Something around there, 40. Well, officially it's a T44.
This is actually a shorter bus, so it doesn't have quite as many seats as the other bus.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to hang around and ride the other one for sure. I guess 20 minutes. The other one, it's a.
But still more seats than one of those Arctics nowadays.
Is that right?
Yes.
How they come every 20 minutes?
That's what we're targeting, but sometimes we get delayed.
So this is a 40-minute loop?
20 or something.
Should be about 25 minutes.
Depending on traffic.
It's going to be busier as we go along in the afternoon.
Yeah. Also the other bus, so it might not be 40 minutes between buses, because the other one's doing the same loop.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, we're both doing the same.
Yeah.
Ideally, we'd stagger them in the middle, but we do get caught up sometimes.
I see. Oh, you left 20 minutes before you left. I stood in line for about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you let go and try to get through them all. But as you're going uphill, so you gotta, it's tricky. So you gotta go like this.
You got enough throw.
Now you got to give it a little bit of power just to get up the rest of the hill like this. Okay, that works through. Yeah. If you go too fast, you risk de-wiring. It'll come off.
The new ones don't de-wire as easy then.
They're a bit better. You go a bit faster through the overhead with the new ones.
How heavy is the steering though? Like once you get going, it's still pretty bad.
You can't turn it now. Whereas, you got power steering, you could.
Yeah.
But once you get going,
it's not too bad.
It's not bad.
Oh, okay.
Like I used to have a manual steering car when I was growing up. So
Armstrong steering.
Armstrong steering. And the E900s, they had air assist, but some of them worked well and some of them didn't.
Okay.
And the air assist was added after the fact.
That's right.
Okay.
The new trolleys have better shoes, and they're longer. They're also mounted exactly perpendicular, which helps. That's why they can go through the overhead a little bit better, a little bit faster.
How many people are qualified to drive these? Handful only.
Only a handful of us. I'm quite privileged.
Yeah, no doubt.
I learned quite a few years ago from Angus. So when I got hired back 25 years ago, I met Angus the first sheet on the job, and I said, "I know who you are, but you don't know me." So so we became friends, and he said, "Come on out, trams, meetings, and eventually he taught me how to ride these."
Awesome.
I was used to having the lights on, that way you see when you're going through the overhead, but Dale said to keep them off.
Oh, is that right?
I don't know why. Well, they only have so many bulbs left. I see. That's the issue. They're special bulbs.
They're like volts or something?
Yeah,
30 volts.
Yeah. So
Or are they
if one of them burns out, all the others turn brighter. And if the two of them burn out, you really got. And then you could burn more.
Yeah, 30 volts, and they're all in series.
Yeah.
For the 600 volt overhead. So all 20 of these. 10 this side, 10 that side.
No transformers. It's
No.
600 straight through in series.
Yes.
So you can't get these bulbs anymore.
On one side and the other, or
They're all around. Like say, start here, around the back up to this one. They're all in series.
and you end up with 30 volt?
30 volt, 20 of them.
30 volts, 20 lights, okay.
Yep. You also notice the fixtures on these ones are straight glass, whereas the ones on the other bus, the globes are on an angle.
Oh, is that right? Okay, I'll have to look. Yeah, you want to power off when you're working on those then.
Well, there you go, folks. I hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for the ride.
Yeah, awesome. It was great here.